So welcome back everyone to another episode of Resident Evil 1996. So last episode what we did was we explored more of the residence area, and that is what we are doing this episode. We should be finishing up this episode. I have to go back to get the small key that was in the aquarium area. I completely forgot to go get that. So I'll have to go back and do all that, but it is what it is. We'll go do that, and then we go to the next area where you create the V-Jolt, which is the poison that you need to kill Plant 42. I don't really understand it, but it's like whatever, because I think that's what it's called. I think it's V-Jolt. Yeah, it's V-Jolt, and that's what you create to take out the Plant 42. Like, you pour it on the vines and it kills it. But that never made sense to me. Like, you have to make this super specific thing to kill it. But earlier on in the game, you had regular plant poison, and it did just fine. Like, I'm not really sure. It's something that I always thought was kind of weird. But regardless, we're going to go get the key. And with that key, we can unlock room 3. Because room 3 is the one that has the book area where we do the book puzzle and all that stuff. That's what's in there. So I have to go there. And then from there, I can get the serum. Or not serum, the file to do the V-Jolt stuff that we'll need. Will you take the clip? Why, yes. Yes, I will take the clip. Always for taking ammo. Multiple clips. 45 bullets. And there's nothing else in here. It's all wet. It's all useless. It's all trash. Kind of a stupid design. Like, why would you have supplies stored in a non-water sealed area, so that when you fill up that area with an aquarium, it all gets ruined by the water because you didn't make that room sealed to where water can't get in? I don't know, that seems kind of stupid on Umbrella's half. And then, did we go in here before? Have we been in here? I'm trying to remember. I think we have. This is where the vines are, right? Or not the vines, but the switch to lower the water. Yeah, there's nothing in here. So we can make our way on out of here and proceed back to the top of it. This area is kind of cool though when you think about it, because this is like the first sneak peek of the Umbrella facility. Like, this is like the very first stage of the Umbrella labs that we get to see. Everything else is mansion, residence, and like caves and stuff like that. So that was like the first sample of like the actual underground labs that you get to kind of see. The aquarium part of it. Dun 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 dun. So I think we have everything we need in all these rooms. We're good here. Now I can go into room 3 and then do that puzzle like I was talking about, which is the little door puzzle, or not the door, the book thing, where we just switch books. That's pretty much all we'll do. We'll switch the books. One of the books is the file to make the poison to kill Plant 42's vines. And then that's it. Yes, I'll use the key. This key is now garbage. Will you throw it away? Why, yes. Yes, I will throw it in the trash. That's got to be confusing for like Wesker and Chris and Barry. They see all these keys I'm throwing around. They're probably really confused. They don't know anything. Of course, they're all magical and they can just unlock doors however they please. They don't need keys. They just, I'm going to go check this room over here with the locked doors everywhere. Magically open the doors because I'm awesome. V-Jolt report. Alright, so It is the V-Jolt. This is the report. As I started in the late summer, there are some common features found in the cells of the plants infected by the tyrant virus. We also have found an interesting fact through some experiments. We found that the elements that destroy these plants rapidly in the plant cells rapidly in UMB number 16. One of the surprises of UMB chemicals is that we used for that experiment. We named this UMB number 16 as V-Jolt. In our calculation, it will take less than 5 seconds to destroy Planet 42 if you put the V-Jolt directly on the root of the problem, as Chris would say. You need to mix some of the UMB series chemicals as a specific order to create V-Jolt, but the UMB series chemicals may generate a poisonous gas which is harmful to the human body. Extreme caution should be taken when handling these chemicals. Following are the types of UMB series chemicals and their brief characteristics. Okay, yeah, so this is V-Jolt. Okay, yeah. Which is basically how to kill the plant and everything like that. But like I was saying before, I don't know why we need this. I don't really understand the sole purpose to needing this stupid virus, because of the fact that regular plant killer that you can get at like Walmart does the same thing. So why we have to be super specific with this, but we don't have to be super specific with like anything else? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. I'm just here doing my thing, and that's it. But it is what it is. All right, let's go ahead and get this going. Also, I don't know why I didn't like click out of that. I could have said all of that I just said and continued walking, but whatever. I was just in a moment of thought. Oh wait, I gotta go back. I forgot. There's a whole nother door. We gotta go into the other bathroom. I wasn't even thinking. I waste our time saying something I already said before, and then we don't even go into this room. Now we gotta watch the loading screen again. We're just wasting all kinds of time. It's a zombie. Die. You better stay dead. Okay, I see the puddles of blood. He's dead. He's gone. He's out. Flame rounds. I will gladly take them. Nothing here stands out. I love like the reflection from the mirrors. Just cool to see. Dust collects inside this bath towel. Okay, so there's like a dirty bath towel. So nothing else is interesting there. Just some flame rounds, but I'll definitely take them. Because I don't think I have a lot of shotgun ammo. And when we leave here, that's when the hunters show up. So we're going to want some sort of weapon that packs a punch. Of course, we will get more shotgun shells. It's just a matter of when. And you want to save some ammo. Like the Magnum. Once we get the Magnum, I don't even plan on using that until we get to the second fight with the Tyrant. That's when I want to unload every Magnum bullet we get. But until then, I prefer to save all the ammo from the Magnum as much as possible. Because that's like the Magnum. That's like the Tyrant Slayer is the Magnum until you get the rocket launcher, which is the final boss slayer in Resident Evil. And now that I think about it, it's kind of weird how like we haven't had a Resident Evil game since 6, I think, right? That killed the final boss with a grenade launcher or a rocket launcher or something like that. We haven't had that. Oh yeah, this is a really cool puzzle. It's tricky. It's a screw off, you tarantula monster spider thing. I'm trying to explain something here. In the remake version, you light up candles that are in the room and they'll give off like a color or something like that, and there'll be a bunch of pool table balls everywhere, and you have to sort of like look at those pool table balls and match them with the color of the candle light, and that's the password. But this one works like a clock, and the way that the pool sticks are lined up are kind of like the big hand and the little hand of a clock. That's a 3. This one I think is 6, and then over here is 12. It doesn't say that. It just says it looks like a clock dial, but it's basically 12. And then it says some type of code. And so it looks like a clock. Pretty cool. It's a lot trickier than the remakes version. Like, this is actually a really good puzzle. It took forever to figure this out the first time I ever did it. It sucks trying to do it. And then this one's 9, of course. And then you just look at the small hand and the big hand. You can kind of tell like which one is which, because one does look a little smaller the way they have it angled. And that's obviously the hour hand. And then the other one's the minute hand. And if you look at it, it gives the time of 3:45. I did not mean to go around. I wanted to go away. Screw off. Don't kill me. Don't poison me. Don't do anything. Leave me alone. Alright. So 3:45 is the password. Really cool puzzle. I wish Resident Evil had puzzles like that more often. And not so much of puzzles that were just like, yeah, put this emblem here. They do that one so much. Like, it's good and all. I like it. But come on. You could easily do other puzzles where it's like tricky little riddles type things, you know? That one's a cool one. It's a clock, but it's not a clock. It's a pool table. You have to catch on to the fact that it is a clock. I don't know. I really like that. Also, where the crap am I going right now? This is not where I need to go, is it? We're going in the room 3, or not room 3, but we're going where the vault, the V-Jolt stuff is. That's where I'm supposed to be going. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna go do that real quick. But no, I just would love to see puzzles like that. I think it'd be really cool to see more like that. And then again, the whole final boss thing, I think that's interesting that they haven't really done that in a while. Simmons was the last one to have that happen, where Leon or Helena takes the grenade launcher, or the rocket launcher, and fires it at Simmons. After that, Evelyn, she gets the Albert 1 or something like that, some handgun that kills Evelyn. And then the newest game, Mother Miranda, she dies from an explosion. It's not a grenade launcher, it's the bomb that Chris set up in the Megamycete. Ethan takes the trigger and he pulls the trigger and it explodes and kills them both, and that's how she dies. So we haven't had a rocket launcher death for a boss in forever, and that's like a signature thing. Kill the boss with a rocket launcher and then ride out in the sunset. It's like the Resident Evil thing, because you do it in RE1. Tyrant T002 gets killed like that. And then, will you take the empty bottle? Yeah. Oh wait, I gotta go back and I gotta go empty out my freaking supplies. I got so much stuff. Forgot to do this. We need room. But regardless, you do it to the T002 in the first game, this one. And then you kill Mr. X with a rocket launcher in that game, Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 3, you don't. That's the Magnum / rail cannon. And then Resident Evil 4, special rocket launcher to kill Sadler. Resident Evil 5, 2 rocket launchers to kill Wesker. Resident Evil 6, Simmons gets the rocket launcher treatment. And then that's it as far as like the mainline games go. I'm trying to think about Revelations, because in Revelations you fight Jack Norman as the final boss, but you don't rocket launcher him. You just kind of shoot him in the heart, stab him around, do all that stuff, but you don't rocket launcher him. And then Revelations 2, Claire does use a rocket launcher on Alex Wesker. So yeah, rocket launchers are like a big part of Resident Evil. More than half of the final bosses have been killed off by rocket launchers. The ones that haven't are like James Marcus in Resident Evil 0. He gets the Magnum and Sunlight. And then Resident Evil 3, Nemesis, like I said, he gets a Magnum and a rail cannon. And then Resident Evil 6, you have Ustanak, who gets killed with the fire, the lava, all that stuff. He gets shot in the heart with a Magnum bullet. and then he falls into the flames of death as he gets incinerated. And then Hayos gets killed by Pierce, who had the C virus, advanced sample of the C virus in his body. So he gets killed by that. And then Carla Redemzi, I think is her last name. I forget her last name. She gets killed by nitrogen. Just blows up and it kills her. Okay, so here, and then of course 7 and 8 have their thing too with the Albert one, but I already said that. So here we have the wall. It has like the stuff that we'll need and everything written down, plus the file. You use all 3 of these because there's writings on both sides. It's not that hard. And I always kind of found that this to me was kind of funny that Chris can't do this. Only Rebecca and Jill can do this because apparently Chris can't read instructions to mix chemicals. I don't know. It's weird. But apparently that's the deal. Like Chris, he's the dumb brute in the games apparently because literally it's not that hard. You read instructions. It tells you everything. It's not rocket science. If you can do math, you can do this. See, it's everything here. It just tells you what each thing is. 2 equals red, 3 equals purple, 7 is white, 13 is blue, all that stuff right there. It tells you everything. We're wanting to get to 16 because that's the brown. It's the complete version. That's what we're looking to achieve. And it's not hard. That's your blueprint for like what you want. And then this tells you like the ingredients of each little thing. Purple 3, green 4, stuff like that. And then there's another one on the other corner that we'll look at soon enough. Will you put the water in the empty bottle? Why, yes, I will. I will put the water in the empty bottle. All right, so we have water in the empty bottle, and then UMB number 4. Will you put UMB number 4 in the empty bottle? Yes. Yes, I will. Okay, and then I think if I remember this correctly, I think you combine these. The mixing seems to have failed. It disappeared. Okay, so I do not remember it by heart. So we will use the instructions because let me mix this back in. I know you start off with water first. I know that, but I forgot how you do it in order. So this is UMB number 2. Yes, I will take it. Boom, there we go. All right, so... Oh, wait. 4th jar. I didn't see this one a second ago. Let me go ahead and take that. So now we have 4 jars. Now, I think the only chemical we start with is the 4. I'll go ahead and load it up. And then... something is written on the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4. Water, red, purple, green. So let's combine these 2, and that gives us the 3 that we needed. UMB number 4, I'll take that again. Because I think... Oh, wait, no. Hold on. UMB number 2... We're going to be shifting through the freaking file like 100 times. Because you have to do that to remember every little thing. So let me go to the file. Dun, dun. I wish you could just go to the back automatically. So we have 3 now. To get green, you need 4 for green, 6 for yellow, 7 for white, 13 blue, 16 brown. Okay, so what do I need next? I'm trying to think. I think let's see, something is written on the wall. 1 plus 2 equals 3, 3 plus 4 equals 7, 2 plus 4 6, 6 plus 7 13, 13 plus 3 is 16, and 16 is where we want to get. We have 3 now. So let's take this and that, and now we have yellow 6. And then let's check this file again. Yellow 6, UMB white 7. So I think I need white now, right? Yeah, we need white, because white gives us the 7 to combine with the 6 to give us 13. So now I need to make white, which would be, it'd be the 4, it would be the red and the purple combined, right? Yeah, it had to be red and purple, so I just need to get a red and combine it with purple, I think. Hold on. Let me think. Water. Combine. Okay, I have 6. So much math. Okay, what am I doing now? I have yellow 6. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so 6 plus 7 equals 13, of course. That's basic math. So now I need to still make a 7. Because I have the 6 now. I need to make the 7. So that we can mix those together and then have what we need. Green is 4. I need green. Or no, I need... What do I need? What am I thinking of? White. Yeah, I need white because white is 7 and 7 is what we need. So I got to figure out how to do the white, which would be... I have to look at UNB number 2. Something is written on the wall. Red 2, purple 3. Will you put UNB number 2 in? So that gives us the number 2 again. Will you put empty bottle? All right, so now we have water. And then you mix it with 2, and that gives me the 3. And now we have the 7. So now we can combine these to get the white. Or not the white, the... which one does this make? It makes 13, but 13's not white, is it? 13's blue. And it has a stimulating smell. Very stimulating. So UNB number 13 blue is what we'll have. And then from there, we'll get 16. And combined with 16, it's just 3. But which one? What color was 3? 3 was purple. So I'm going to have to make another purple. That's what we'll have to do. We'll have to make another purple. And combine that with the 13 that we're about to get. Something is written on the wall. And it's just the numbers again. So if UNB number 2 plus water is your purple. And that's what we'll do. We'll take that and we'll combine it with the water to get the purple that we need. And then we'll have everything we should need, I think. God, imagine if I mix something wrong and we have to do this all over again. That will suck. Oh, so much. You got UNB number 4. Awesome. Alright, hello and welcome back everyone to doing this thing. The audio screwed up and I caught it as I was editing this. About the time we got to the V-Jolt segment, the audio just decided to quit doing its thing. So I decided we'll cut out a lot of that because it turns out that the audio or the V-Jolt is a waste of time in the original. Evidently, it doesn't trigger Barry. I guess to trigger Barry, you just go in there and fight the thing, the Plant 42, and you don't even worry about the stupid chemicals. So I just cut all that out because this was getting to be a bit of a long episode anyways. It was like 46 minutes. So I cut out about 6 minutes or so. And now it's back to about 40, which is where I kind of like it to be, is around that 40-minute mark. Just because with 40 minutes, you know, I like to keep these Resident Evil games at 40 minutes because with that, you can do more, you can get more done, and you don't have to worry about using ink ribbons. Because the earlier games is where I like to do that. 4, 6, something like that, I'd play it typical 20 or so minutes because you don't have to worry about auto saves, or you don't have to worry about being in the middle of a puzzle or anything like that. You can just save whenever. But with these, I kind of like to go a little longer, about 30 to 40 minutes, but I don't want to go past 40. And we were getting near 50 minutes a second ago, so I decided to cut that all out. But yeah, we are now going to go get health here because I thought Barry was going to show up. I thought you just had to like shoot the Plant 42 a handful of times. It would like do its little shrivel up thing, grab you, Barry shows up with a flamethrower. But I guess you don't get that unless you actually don't use Plant 42 or the V-Jolt. Evidently using V-Jolt does kill it to the point where when you use a gun on it, it's over. But if you don't do that, it doesn't do it. They changed it up. They changed it up because in the remake you have to use it to get Barry. Because when you use it, what ends up happening is the chemicals kill the roots. You'll go into the area, it will shrivel up into the ceiling, and then all of a sudden it grabs Jill when it comes back, and then that's when Barry shows up. That's what happens there. If you just shoot it with your gun, it just kills it. So they kind of reverse the roles there, which is kind of cool. I just wasn't expecting it. Hopefully this audio doesn't screw up again. It's almost like my Blue Yeti microphone has like a short in the wire or something. So I might have to get that replaced. I don't know. Because I'm hoping to get the last bit of my next Resident Evil video out. Like discussion style video, not let's play, but discussion video, top 10, top 5, sort of things like that. I'm hoping to get the next one out soon. I've almost finished. I got 2 more things I'm working on for that video, and then I'll have that out. And then I got to do some more Zelda, all kinds of good stuff still working on. He shrivels up because this is the point where I was confused because I killed it and I was like, wait, where's Barry? Is it going to like come back somehow and then attack us? But that never actually happened. Matter of fact, would have been cool though, because the reason I like it when Barry shows up is because when you get Barry to show up, he does his little line where he says one sentence and then he completely changes it. He'll be like, I don't understand. Oh, what the hell is this place? Or he says something like that. Like the way he says it, it's like he's in the middle of one sentence and then completely changes the direction of what he was saying. So it's kind of amusing, but we didn't get it. But this definitely won't be the last time I'll play this. I'll definitely play it again on the channel. We still have Chris's campaign, and then there's all the different paths that you can play and get. We're going to get here now where we get to see Wesker, and Jill's going to be like, where have you been? That's how she says it.
Jill. sorry, but I have my reasons. Perhaps you guys have met them? It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
Is that right? Anyway, it's good to see you're safe.
Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
Yes, you're right.
Now, there are a lot of rooms in that mansion that we can't get into because they're locked up. I have been looking around for clues.
Okay, I'll go to the other house and see if I can find any clues.
Will you do that? I'm counting on you.
Alright, so that's the Wesker dialogue and everything. And I like that Wesker dialogue there because it's like, or not just that dialogue, but just I like the first game because it's like, that's when Chris and Jill saw Wesker as their ally. It's just fascinating to see all the cutscenes with them because you know what's coming. You know it's going to, like, eventually they're going to find out the truth and then they're going to hate this guy. And he'll eventually have 2 rocket launchers come to his face. And that will be the end of that guy right there with the rocket launcher to the face in 5. Until they inevitably decide to bring him back. You just know it's going to eventually happen. And I like this part here too because it's like you hear the radio and to activate it you have to click radio. It's very interactive compared to the remake that just does a cutscene.
This is Jill. Brad? It's broken.
So we get that done, and then we can hopefully avoid zombie dogs. That was my process of what I was thinking. Avoid the dogs and get out. And I like to try and walk with them because if you walk around them, you can usually get away from them without them biting you. Because the way the zombie dog works is it goes off of how close you are to it and whether or not you run. Much like a licker. The Cerberus works in the exact same way as a licker, basically. The only difference is that they can see you, and even if you are walking, they might still lunge at you if you get too close. Whereas a licker, they go based off of sound exclusively. If you get closer to them and you touch them, yeah, they'll attack you. But with a Cerberus, you don't even have to touch them. If you're just close enough, they'll attack you. But that's what I'd like to try and do, because you can save ammo. Also, I never understood the snakes here, because they do it in the remake also. Where do they come from? Where are they falling from? They're just like magical snakes. We only have trees around us. We don't have them above us. So it's like, where are the snakes coming from? I can only assume the Snakes on a Plane movie is being aired at the same time, and those are some of the snakes that fell out. That's my only theory. Oh, more zombie dogs, Cerberus, whatever. Same thing. I try to get past them, but they get me anyways. And then I get them in the corner, because the way you deal with these guys, obviously, is you want to get them all lined up in the same spot. If you have one behind you and one in front of you, you're screwed, because they're going to jump attack you. You got to get them both on the same end, and once you do that, it's easy. You just shoot them with the handgun. One little handgun bullet causes them to go flying, which I think is kind of funny. And then this part too, you get these blue herbs, and I'm like, why does this section of the game have so many blue herbs? Because there's not that many incidences where you get poisoned. You have the two big spiders in the one room. You have Plant 42 that can get you. And you have the bees in the one room if you stay around too long. And those are the only things that can really poison you during that section of the game. So why so many blue herbs? Like, why? Are you going to get poisoned that often that you need that many? I don't know. Seems a little excessive. And then when I went in here, I wasn't even thinking about the hunters at this point. And so I was like, oh God, I probably should have saved there and didn't. But it's like, whatever. We're doing it now. But I wasn't thinking about that at this point. I was like, oh God, don't one-shot kill me. Because then I'd have to do all of that again. Of course, I wouldn't mess with the Vigil. I'd just go fight it and have Barry show up. And I like this. I like how they enter. It's like, yo, what up? I'm here. Let's do it. In the remake, they just jump attack you immediately. This one, I think, it's a little more amusing how they enter. And they eat so much ammunition to kill. It's ridiculous. It's like 3 to 4 shotgun shells to kill these things. Luckily, we do have the grenade launcher, so we can use that if need be. So there is that. Alright, let's go in here and get the amulet. We'll have that on us. The Doom Book, Volume 1. Doom. You know, I never played the N64 Doom. And I never finished the PS4 Doom, the first one. I never even bought the second one that ever came out. I just don't do first-person shooters that often. It's not my preferred genre. I can only see the moonlight and the dense forest. I wonder how much different the vibe of Resident Evil 1 would be if this took place in the day. And also another thing, in the remake, don't they add like thunder and lightning and everything, just like in Resident Evil 0? But wasn't it a clear night? Or am I just forgetting that? I don't know. Because it wasn't thundering and storming at first. So I guess a storm came in afterwards. Yay, look at that. Barry called it ammo. He didn't say I left you a weapon. It's really powerful. In case you need it. He called it what it was this time. So yeah, we basically get a bunch of good stuff here. Everybody knows. Barry giving us our goods. That way we can prepare ourselves, because the shotgun ammo and the grenade launcher stuff is good for the hunters, and then my strategy is going to be to save all the magnum ammo that we can find for the tyrant second fight, because you could take out the tyrant in the first fight with just a handgun if you got enough ammo. He's super slow and nothing in that one. That first fight is just to throw you off. That's all that is. It's to throw you off. It's like, oh wow, that was the final fight, and then you get to the freaking helicopter pad section, and he busted the freaking floor and comes at you, and he's super fast. All that other stuff, it's way more intense. So you want the magnum there. So I'm going to try and save up all the magnum ammo I can. Just get the ink ribbon. I'll save it, and then that will be the end of the episode here. And hopefully, I'm hopeful the recording works this time. I might have a short in my cable for my mic, though. Who knows? We'll see if it works this time. If not, oh well. Yes. Just delete my audio altogether and have it be the gameplay audio. Alright, so that's the episode. I'm going to go ahead and end it here, obviously. And then I will see you all on the next one.